Hello and welcome to Wired Outdoors. We have a great show for you today. It is late winter here, but we're finally starting to get some warm days. We're even hearing turkeys gobble in the woods, and you know what that means. Turkey season is right around the corner. And first things first for the Wired Outdoors team is the Youth Mentor season. We have a great program here in Pennsylvania called Youth Mentor where you can take a kid out at any age. And at Wired Outdoors, we pride ourselves. We've taken a ton of kids on successful hunts. I've been taking my own kids since they've been 6, 7 years old, as well as handicapped children, and we have had a lot of success. And don't get me wrong, when we first started, we made a lot of mistakes, but we've really honed in on techniques that have helped make us very successful. And that's what today's show is all about, us giving you some tips and tricks that are going to help you be a better hunter in the woods with young youth hunters. The first tip we have for you is practice exactly like you're going to hunt. And what I mean by that is if you're going turkey hunting and you're going to hunt out of a blind, then set that blind up in the yard, take that kid in and use the exact seat you're going to use, any equipment that you're going to use, put it in the blind and put a turkey target out there. Show the kid exactly where they need to shoot that turkey in order to have an ethical harvest and practice out of the blind just like you're going to when you go hunting. If you're going to hunt out of a tree stand, if you're deer hunting, then if you can, take the kid and shoot out of the tree stand. Colin's very first deer, this is my son, he shot it when he was 9 years old, but we actually went back to the tree stand. I took one of my Glendale targets, put it out in front of the tree stand, and we actually shot from the tree stand to show him how it was going to go, and then he was successful on his hunt. So anything you can do to cut out having any kind of mistakes or anything sneak up on you while you're in the blind or in the tree stand are going to help you be more successful. Tip number 2, if I had to recommend one piece of equipment that has helped us be more successful with kids in the outdoors, it has to be the use of blinds. Here at Wired Outdoors, we've used Ameristep blinds for years, and it has helped us to stay in the woods longer with young kids. And what you have to understand, 7, 8, 9, 10-year, 11-year-old kids, they're fidgety. They're not going to be able to sit still. And if you're going turkey hunting and you're thinking you're just going to go out and grab a tree and call a bird in and they're going to sit still, that's going to be tough. And what you're going to do, and you'll find out, you're going to spend a lot of your time yelling at your kid, don't move, sit still. And not only are you not going to have a good time, your kid's not going to have a good time. Where a blind enables that kid to be able to, if he has a toy he wants to play with or he wants to move around, that's okay because you can get away with it. So the use of blinds has been critical for us in being successful. And something that I should point out that you need to be aware of, when you hunt from a blind with a kid, you're not hunting with an adult. So your setup is absolutely crucial. If you're turkey hunting, you got a window this big that a kid's gonna be able to make a shot. That kid's not gonna be able to pick up a gun or a crossbow, unzip the back window and shoot out the back of the blind. You got to get that animal right in front of the blind in that limited window. So your setup is absolutely crucial. So not only do we employ decoys for turkey season, that helps to get those turkeys right where you need for them to make the shot. So again, the use of blinds is going to help you stay in the woods longer with your kids. The third tip we have for you is all about equipment. And we have 3 pieces that we want to go over that are going to help you be more successful. The first thing to consider when you're talking equipment is what is the kid going to use? If you're turkey hunting, are they going to use a shotgun, a crossbow? If they're deer hunting, are they using a rifle, a crossbow? And we have found the younger the kid is, a lot of times they don't like the gun. They don't like even if it's a small 20 gauge. And the last thing you want to do is hand your 8-year-old a 12 gauge with 3.5-inch shells. He's going to be traumatized for life. You have to make sure that the kid's going to have a good time. So one thing we've used a lot here is our Barnett crossbows. And this here is my daughter's crossbow. She used it deer hunting last year. She's going to be using it turkey hunting this year. And she does not want to shoot a gun. And the last thing you want to do is force a kid to do something that they don't like. She doesn't like the kick, she doesn't like the sound. So we're using a crossbow. It's a natural fit for her. It's pink, it's exactly what she wanted. She loves it. We practice with it a lot, and we have found that crossbows are great for those younger kids when you're first getting them started. You do not want to traumatize them with a gun. Obviously there are some kids out there that they're just naturally more aggressive and they're scared of nothing and they'll hop behind a gun and shoot it, but the majority of kids, they're not like that. So you want to make sure that they're comfortable with whatever they're using. We found that the Barnett crossbows are a great fit. The next piece of equipment that we want to talk to you about is absolutely crucial. And most kids, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, they're not strong enough yet to hold a crossbow up or to hold a gun, so you have to have some kind of rest. One thing we've found, and that almost all the team members use, these guys are not a sponsor of ours, this is a Caldwell tripod. And what we love about it, it is a tripod, so you can set it up. It can be sitting in your blind, and you can have the gun or the crossbow sitting there waiting, and all the kid will need to do is lean up and adjust wherever they need to go. As you can see, this adjusts left to right, up and down, really easily. So it's very easy for the kids to use it, and we've had a lot of success with this. Again, these guys are not a sponsor of ours. It's relatively inexpensive, and I can't tell you how important it is when you have a young kid out hunting that they have a good rest. So this is a great product, something you should seriously consider if you're taking any young kids hunting. The last piece of equipment that we want to talk to you about, and it may not seem like a big deal, but we found that it is absolutely crucial, and that is the chair that the kid is using. In the past, we've taken out lawn chairs, and what happens is they're very baggy in the middle. So a young kid, he's going to be sitting very low, and it's difficult for them to, one, see over the top of the blind, be able to lean up to their gun or their bow, and be able to make the shot. So one thing that we use now is these studio chairs. This one has a firm seat that's going to allow the kid to sit up straight. He's not going to be, in a baggy lawn chair, and come time to make the shot, all he's going to need to do is lean up, adjust the tripod, and make the shot. So those are the 3 pieces of equipment besides the blind that we would highly recommend if you're taking any kids hunting. The last point we want to make, and most important, is that your kids are always having fun. You want them to have a good time when they're in the outdoors. That's the whole reason for taking them out. So generally, the younger they are, the less time you're going to have with them in the woods. So plan your hunt accordingly. If you want to get out there and you think they're going to be able to last for an hour, make sure you're not going out 3 hours before prime time. And I know that can be kind of tough, but those are just some of the sacrifices you have to make in order for those kids to have a good time. And I have to say, over the years, I have been so blessed by the memories I've made hunting with my kids, other children. There's nothing that will ever replace the feeling of kids getting their first animal. So we want to wish everybody out there a lot of luck, and make sure you take a kid hunting.
Cover, the more chance you're going to find sheds. And every year I see guys that find a ton of sheds, and they're the ones that are spending the most time in the woods, and that's no coincidence.